Hello everybody and welcome back to Grumpy Dog Kitchen. Today we're going to be making a warm, hearty, comforting chicken stew. A really simple recipe this one, but punches with full flavour. I think you're going to love this one. We're taking really humble ingredients and I'm actually just using some of the stuff that needs eating, to be honest. I've got a selection of potatoes, a couple of quite manky carrots, a very large onion, stock cube. Don't worry about the Marmite, that's definitely optional. I'm going to mention that in a bit. Some water to make up the stock, and some chicken that I've got in the freezer that's really needed using, hence the reason for this stew today. So I'm going to turn these really humble ingredients into a very hearty winter chicken stew. I forgot to say, we're also adding peas to this, approximately a cup of frozen peas. Now the potatoes have all been washed and scrubbed. These little ones are just going to go in whole as they are, and I might just chop these up. Now I'm going to show you just how easy this recipe is to put together. So the crock pot, the Ninja cooker, the slow cooker isn't on yet, but in goes the chicken. In goes the onions, the potatoes, the frozen peas, the carrots, the stock, just chopped up the stock cube. And then I'm adding the water. The stock will make itself in the pot. And even though this machine will saute in the pot itself, there's no requirement for that at all. We're just going to put everything in and let it cook right from the start. Now, this last ingredient is optional. If you've not tried it, give it a go. If you've got some Marmite hanging around, I think this gives the dish a really lovely, savoury quality that's hard to put your finger on it. It certainly doesn't taste like Marmite, but it really does add a depth of savouriness. It's a little bit messy to try and get it in the pot, but there we go. To Marmite lovers out there, you'll not be surprised to learn that I've just licked the spoon clean. If that offends you, I do apologise. All we're going to do now is give this a really good mix before we turn it on. Now this will work in any slow cooker, any crock pot. Quite often, if I'm organised, I will put this on and cook this slow for 8 hours on low. Today I've had a lie-in. I'm not as organised as I should be. I still wanted a nice wholesome meal and to use up some of our leftover ingredients. So this one's going to go on to high for 4 hours. And all I'm going to do is, with about an hour left to go, I'm just going to come back and shred the chicken. I like the chicken to be shredded in this. There we go. So I'm going to add the lid and then we'll get this all switched on. So let's get cooking. Simplicity itself, we'll turn it on. It defaults to the slow cook mode, that's the first one in the sequence, so we're going to leave it on that. We want it on high and we want to cook it for 4 hours. Default is 6. We'll step that down to 4. Press the start and away we go. And we'll be back in 3 hours. See how that's looking. I may stir it part way through, I'll let you know if I do, but in 3 hours time I'm just going to shred the chicken. Sometimes it's easy to do it in the pot, sometimes it just needs to come out and then it'll have a remaining hour. Okay, so the plan is just to take the chicken out and get it shredded. can see the chicken is lovely and tender, super flaky. Just going to shred it all and then pop it back in the pot. Just going to season. Give that a mix in. Finish cooking. And there we have the homemade slow cooked chicken stew. I'm going to double carb it tonight. I'm going to serve it with a nice fresh homemade loaf of bread. Thank you very much for watching this episode, and if you would be ever so grateful to like and subscribe, it'd be very much appreciated. Till next time, take care.